actually none of the players on Coach Johnson's team. The first, in your opinion, Coach, what is the better option? A, having stable discs that you break in to fly straight, or buying straight flying discs out of the box?
Oh, excellent question. Well, it depends on how many trees you plan on hitting with those straight flying discs, because they're going to break in as you hit the trees.
Okay.
So maybe buy something that's a little more stable.
Depends on whether you're playing Deerfield or the CMU course here, because I noticed there aren't those big...
If you're playing out here all the time, you just go straight discs.
You just got to keep it out of the water. Okay. So, number two here. Since you've been a part of multiple course designs, have you noticed that courses tend to be more righty-oriented or lefty-oriented?
Of the courses I've helped design, they're half and half.
And you make a point of looking for balance in the design of the overall course.
Try to. Deerfield is primarily righty-friendly, so we added a few lefty holes to Wildwood to even things out.
Okay, so...
But overall, in the world of disc golf, it's a right-handed world for the most part.
Right.
If you look at my bag, it's mostly all understable discs that I throw Anheuser's with.
But I noticed that's almost your throw of choice, is to throw the left-handed and turnover.
That's forced my hand over the years.
And you've gotten good at it, though.
Sure. Yeah, it's better. My Anheuser is better than my
The true professional has all those shots, and so really, isn't it true that really no course really favors any player right? I mean,
it should.
For a pro going to a course.
You should have something in your bag that does what you need it to do.
Right, and that you can make it do that thing.
Right.
Right. I know what I need my discs to do, but they don't usually behave.
Well, you only carry 5.
How many years have you won the state championships?
Once.
Once, and what division was that?
Am Grandmasters.
And that was 2003 years ago?
Let's see.
Time is flying.
It is. Last year, I could not play because I was ill. 2 years ago, I played pro and got something handed to me. 14. And it was the year before that.
2013.
I think so.
Okay. Mine goes way back to the year 2000. No, 1999. Whew. Yeah, it was.
What division were you playing?
I was an AM master.
Nice.
That was probably 16, 17 years ago. My last state championship. Hey, is it true that the Disc Mania FD can make any average player become pro?
No, that's not true.
That's got to be. You probably know which one of your players. Yeah.
Yes. When we were at the Nationals last year, everyone bought one, and everyone was throwing one. I even bought one and threw it for a while, but it's no longer in my bag.
So
no disc is that good.
Wow. So for our audience, I'm going to share here that I got my start in Ultimate Frisbee, and I'm pretty sure you did too, Coach Clingan. Ultimate?
Actually, that's not true.
Really?
I was playing disc golf on the CMU campus when some friends said, "Hey, you should come play Ultimate."
Tall guy. Hey, tall guy. Who throws a disc?
Yeah. So yeah, I played Ultimate a long time.
Okay, so you can't comment. I was wondering. I was interested in having people comment on the difference in making that transition.
Well, when we were playing disc golf on campus, it was a 165 world class, so we weren't throwing the discs, golf discs.
There you go. See, so it was. We've had sort of the same transition from throwing a very understable Ultimate disc to throwing some of these.
We're still throwing Mambas.
Insane drivers. That's right.
Road runners.
Wow. What advice would you give to a new player just starting out?
Try to have fun. Don't take it too seriously, and just try to improve as time goes on.
You know, I read somewhere.
Watch the other people you're playing with. You know, don't be afraid to play with better players because you're going to learn so much from them.
And don't be afraid to try things, maybe.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I read somewhere once that the best. I wondered about this, and I think there might be some good truth to it. Somebody had written in an article that maybe the best thing to do would be to get good at one disc. and just to be very proficient at that disc, whatever it is, whether it's you start out with an understable driver, get good at doing that, and resist the temptation to just load your bag with all kinds of different shapes and colored discs, and I see beginners out there and they don't know what the disc is going to do. You know?
No, and as soon as a new disc comes out, I have to have one of those. That's the best disc out there.
And so what happens is that they're probably mediocre and they don't ever really know what that disc is going to do coming out of their hands.
Right. Yeah, do field work. Take it out there and see what it does.
Yeah. So,
throw it on an Annie, throw it on a Heiser. Try things.
So I think we're going to have to ask our film person. To get back to the questions.
Phone locked you out.
Phone locked me out. She's not sharing her. All right. Oh yeah. Well, hey, that's a good segue into my next question.
Of course.
If you could only use one disc throughout an entire round of golf, what disc would that be and why?
Is it a long course or is it a short course?
Oh, it depends on the course.
Name a course. This course? Your field?
Yeah, this course. This course right here.
One disc?
Yep.
I would probably carry...
You'd have to putt with that thing.
I know. Maybe an Impact?
You're good, you're good.
Yeah, Impact's kind of a nice mid-range short driver, and you can putt.
Okay.
You better right.
I would have to go with a DX Rock, probably for similar kinds of reasons.
Yep.
That I can get it in the fairway and
probably get
no, I like this.
Okay.
There's this little side thing we got going on here with our camera person. One of us has fallen down in the middle of a live broadcast. And maybe we can even the score. The walking's pretty flat, camera person. All right, let's see. Did I get locked out again? Oh, golly, no, I did. Sorry. We could go back the way we came. Let's do that, and then we'll get back on the pavement. Okay. All right. This way. We're starting to run. Oh wow! Here's a good one. Oh, good. There's a good one. What is your biggest pet peeve when out on the golf course? Disc golf related pet peeve.
Take a walk on the wild.
That I see from other people?
Just anything.
I hate to see any kind of abuse on the course.
Okay.
People are snapping twigs or moving branches out of their way, or God forbid, throwing trash on the ground. You know,
cigarette butts.
It's nature. You're out in nature. You're enjoying the woods. Because the next person behind you wants to play nicely.
So you're not the kind of player that is going to go ballistic on me if I compliment your drive. You're very nice.
Don't nice me. No. No, if I throw a nice drive, I like to hear somebody say that was a nice drive. It's going to hit that branch anyways, whether you say nice or not, so get over it.
How about some memorable disc golf moments? And maybe, I'll just throw a bunch of ideas out there. It could be your happiest moment, most fun you had, maybe saddest, disappointing.
You know, some of my best memories are going to the World Championships. That's always fun because you're meeting all these other people of your same age, same skill levels.
I loved it always being different people every time you go out on the cart.
Yep.
Even if you're within one stroke.
Yeah. Like, some of those I've kept in touch with, you know, people in Missouri and people in California.
And I found that the worse I did, the more fun I had. You know, the
less
farther
pressure.
down. Yeah. You know, one year I was up on maybe the chase cart. No fun at all. You know, I had a terrible round because a big monsoon came in and I must have shot 4 or 5, went boogie.
And then playing at the States up in Wellington is always fun too. Because that's a full weekend. You know, people go out afterwards.
Hundreds of people.
Wow. World's biggest beach.
Let's see. Does our camera person have any questions?
No, keep rolling.
Okay, does Coach Clingan have any questions?
For you?
Of Coach Johnson.
Are you going to drill?
Or of our camera person?
You can drill.
I can drill it, huh?
Yeah, because she can edit it out.
What are some of your more memorable times playing disco?
I have to say, all of my most memorable moments now revolve around taking the students to the national disc golf
Right, but what about
championships,
Leonard
you know,
disc golf?
That's just so fulfilling. In my disc golf, I have to say, let's see, there's this friend of mine, and there's nothing, I derive no greater joy than getting the better of him. And so, he'll go nameless at this moment in time, but we were in a match play match at Caspin, and I'm thinking the hole, a little downhill hole, might be hole 16, be hole 15 or 16 downhill. And Scott Wilson steps up with his APX, throws a big hyzer, boom, aces the hole. So I'm in a match play match with him. I got nothing to lose. I got to go for it, you know, because if I don't ace it, I lose the hole. So I step up, and by golly, I throw my APX, and it goes straight as an arrow. Boom! Back-to-back aces. I split the ace pole with him and get the last lap. Wow, is that fun?
That's unbelievable.
And you know Scott to know how much more fun it is to do it with Scott
right.
than against any other golfer that I might play against. So I think hole-in-one moments are probably one of the more memorable ones.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Those are always fun.
And how long do you see yourself taking the teams to Worlds?
You mean to the national championships? You know, I can see myself doing that as long as we have a team.
Nice.
Regardless of whether or not I'm still teaching.
There you go.
At the university, I think I still remain actively involved with the team.
Do you see that as quite an advantage as far as being part of the university, or as I'm kind of outside?
I think it puts me in a better position maybe to advocate for resources to support travel and those kinds of things. But I think the students themselves, if they come together, there are opportunities within the university setting where they can argue for you know, for resources to support what they're doing. So I encourage you to have them get out there and do some of that.
I'm really excited to see
how the administration get do some of their own PR to get the word out.
I'm excited to see how your like adopt a whole program goes.
Yeah.
I think we're going to give it a year, and then we might try a similar thing here.
Yeah, I
It's
think
a really great idea.
Yeah, and we have to give it time. You know, we put some brochures out there and put them in the mailboxes of 250 registered student organizations. So far, the response has not been what I'd like, but school just started, you know, and so I'm seeing that maybe come this spring to do another a stronger push, and maybe see if the goal would be ultimately to have every single hole adopted by somebody out there whose job it is to take care of the hole and pick up the trash and make it look nice. Pull the community together. So cool.
I have no other questions. But thanks to Hucker Report.
Okay. There you go. We have the two finest coaches in Michigan.